One of the interesting things about the way the waste and recycling industry works from a pricing perspective is that it's really the reps get compensated for selling the same service to somebody else for the highest price possible. So you're going to run into a situation where it's kind of like airline seating pricing, except airline seating pricing is somewhat valid because if you book a ticket a week before the flight, you should expect to pay more. But with the waste and recycling industry, they might go to one guy and charge him $800 for the same service. And they're going to go to the next guy and charge him $400. And then a guy down the street, $1,600. All three of them are paying for the exact same service. And the only reason that they paid any different amount was because maybe it was a different sales guy and he wasn't on his game that day. Or maybe one owner pushed back a little more or was able to negotiate. There's just no rhyme or reason to the way that it's done from a client's perspective or a customer's perspective. But from the trash company's perspective, they get compensated more on a commission if they're able to sell the same service for more. So that is one reason why we're able to do what we do, is because we have these data points from all over the country. So we know exactly what the lowest common denominator they're willing to accept. And so these trash companies will have A, B, C, D, and then retention pricing. And so they want to sell everybody on A, but there's 5 levels there that you could be on without even knowing about it. The only way you know about it is to go out and get all the data points that we have and really see what the lowest common denominator is. Doing an RFP, like a request for proposal, where you go out to all the different vendors and get bids, that will not result in the best price, because those vendors know that they're in that setting and they'll just pick kind of a price, typically somewhere around the B or C level, and then hope they win it. If not, they'll move on down the road. And even if you get like a really good rate, you might be paying for service that you don't need. You might be signing into a contract that looks great to start with, and then 6 months later, you're going to be getting hit with all these hidden charges that start popping up and blowing up. And that might even be the biggest issue with that. So anyway, there's a lot that goes into it, but that's kind of an overview on how the pricing works.